Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Weekly Domestic.
A podcast where we talk about our relationship and judge yours. Hello, I am Ashley, otherwise known as Mango, and you are...
Tom, otherwise known as the Spiffing Brit.
This is the musical episode.
It's the musical episode.
That's a lie. It's not a musical
it's
episode at all.
It's the writing episode.
It's
Boo.
the artistic episode.
Oh, so arty. Oh, speaking of artiness, I've got an arty joke to open up the podcast with.
Do you?
Yeah, this is something you need a very high IQ to understand.
Then I won't understand it. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, you know, I'm actually somewhat of a poet, so I came up with this poem.
Poem.
I dug, she dug, he dug, they dug. It's not a very good poem, but it is deep.
I thought you were going to say they were all dug.
No!
I was like, and they were all dug. That was their name.
No, that was my joke.
No, I
Come
know.
on.
It was a great joke. I wanted them to be called Doug.
Oh my goodness. Oh,
well, now I want a Tegu, and I'm going to call it Doug.
That's come out of left field. Sorry, a tegu isn't one of those natural desires in life. Most people don't know what a tegu is. Most people wouldn't be able to identify one. A
nice lizard is quite big, like the size of Georgie.
Big. Yeah, I don't want a dog-sized lizard called Doug.
Why not?
No.
What about the dog from Up? He's called Doug.
Yeah, but he's also
Doug.
He's a cute, friendly golden retriever. He is not a dog-sized lizard.
The dog-sized lizards are like a dog.
Are tegus poisonous?
No.
Are you sure?
No.
Okay, well that settles that then.
Look, listen, I have pet once, okay? I'm not allowed a jumping spider. I'm not allowed a tegu. I'm not allowed a hamster. I'm not allowed another dog. Georgie says no. And I'm not allowed a cat because I'm allergic to them. I'm not allowed a fish because water bills are going up. So you're now telling me I can't have anything.
Electricity is going up too, so unless your next pet we can hook up to a machine and have them run and generate their own electricity, it's not going to happen.
Well,
They've got to pay for their own bills.
I really do want a snake. I really do.
Is that snake able to generate electricity?
No.
Oh, well, that's the problem.
I pay for its electricity.
Okay, fine. You pay for the snaky electricity.
The snake electricity.
Why don't you get an electric eel? Get like 40 electric eels, hook them up to the mains. We could actually make money.
No, we're not deriving electric from eels. That's especially... Do you remember the story of the coke eels? Let's tell the people.
The coke eels. Oh my goodness. Okay, we've got a story about coke eels. So we were out having a fun meal with some friends, and a friend of a friend was there, and one of their friends, as their job, I know this is convoluted, works for a charity in London, and the charity's job is to rehabilitate cocaine-addicted eels from the River Thames.
Because there's so much fucking cocaine, the eels are off their heads. They're buzzing, literally. They're so crazy. They try to eat anything they can that looks like coke. Honestly, those eels.
I mean, this is the problem. You've got a really large population body that is also being used to smuggle drugs in and out of the country. And then whenever you need to dump any drugs, you have a giant body of water to just hurl them into. So all of the eels are just swimming around. And it's like, oh my goodness, someone has dropped a loaf of bread in front of me. That's not a loaf of bread. That's not even a bag of flour. It's a bag of Coke. No.
Yeah. Them eels be high as fuck. Those poor eels. Guys, stop putting coke in the river, okay? Stop it.
I know, like, a lot of our listeners were doing this on the regular, dumping cocaine in the River Thames. Please
Seriously.
stop. Save the eels.
Save the eels. Okay. Talking of solving problems, eel-related and not eel-related, we have one.
Whoa! This is only an eel-related solving podcast.
This is an eel-related podcast. We are friends to the eel.
This
the eels
could be
listen
the
to us in
only.
the ocean.
It could be
That's
the
not
only
real.
eel-related podcast, though. Like, there are podcasts for every topic.
Fishing podcasts that reference eels.
Yeah, but they'd reference them. They wouldn't be dedicated to them. Where's the person standing up for the eel?
Tom, we are not about to become an eel-related podcast. Anyway, right. So, I have a problem for you to solve.
Ooh, okay.
Inspector Spiff.
Do. Inspector Spiff. Do. Give me your relationship problems.
With
It is the musical episode.
Mango.
Oh, God. And Doug the Tegu.
We're not allowed, Doug.
We're not allowed Doug. He can live in our minds as an imaginary friend, but he's not a pet.
You know, can someone buy me a picture of a tegu and that'll be Doug?
Oh, that'd be cute.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll do.
So, this one is from Maddie Lee in the YouTube comments section. Okay?
Okay.
Hubby and I argued for over 24 hours whether or not a movie was the end of an anime series. It's still referred to as the Canon War. What a nice play on words there. May I just say, very well written. Very good title, The Canon War. Sounds really hard and tough, and I don't want to be anywhere near a cannon. Scary.
This is difficult because, of course, you have to determine what is canonically correct in the storylines. And this is the problem. You know, the anime will have one ending, the movie will probably have another. Some of them might even go over the same points in each little version. But there is no definitive ending point because both are probably different. And instead of fighting, okay, the world has enough conflict at the moment. You know, World War III could happen at any moment. So
how lovely!
Instead of looking to make more conflict and try and divide and crush the opposing ideas, why don't we make new ideas? That is why I am proposing the Canon Bridge, where instead of dividing the world and then funneling it in so that there's only one canon, together we bridge and make new canon. That's right. It's going to be a wholly new canon. Nope, I'm talking about something wholly better. You and your partner need to buy the entire rights to the estate of the anime in question and make new content from a definitive compromised ending point. That way, you can set a new end point that is then canonically correct. You simply widen the goalpost. So after moving the goalpost to make a new canon, you've created something from what would otherwise be a destructive conflict and upset. No, you are creators. You have become gods of anime. And what is better than having the power of God and anime on my side? Absolutely nothing.
Excuse me, I have a better version of a solution.
Okay, fine. Give me your better version of a solution, you Percy Pig munching fanatic over there.
They didn't know I was eating during the podcast. Look, I'm really bad, okay? I'm so bad. I put the Percy Pigs next to me. It was a bad idea.
It was a bad idea. Why did you take them out of the kitchen? We literally agreed yesterday you shouldn't be allowed to take snacks out of the kitchen, else you will just eat them all. Because you got some really nice snacks yesterday, some chocolate rice cakes, and you were like, these are really tasty. They're a perfect healthy snack because I will only eat a few of them and then I feel full. You eat a few of them and then you also eat the rest of them.
No, I ate a few of them and I left them. And then later I ate a few more. And then later I ate a few more.
And when they'd all gone, to quote you, you said you couldn't help yourself because you could smell them.
It was true.
Okay, what is your solution then?
So, I think you should mix up the plot points. Okay, so you need to get your favorite anime and get lots of little pieces of paper. And on them, write the plot points of the last film and the last episode, okay? And then what you're going to do is crumple them up and halve them, right? You want to halve these and pick them out of a hat. You're then going to sit at opposite ends of the kitchen. And this is just to gamify it, okay? I'm not going to lie. Sometimes gamifying things makes them fun. And I just want to imagine someone doing this. You want to sit at opposite ends of the kitchen with spoons.
Why spoons? Okay.
And you're going to use them as cannons and launch
oh, I like it.
pieces of paper at each other from a distance. And if it hits you, you open it and you read it, and that is canon.
Okay.
So,
bam, the Cannon Wars.
So once you are done with half and half, so once you have half of the papers left and half of them out, what is left crumpled never happened, okay? This is the real canon war in the kitchen. Bring it out, own it, own the title, solve the problem.
I mean, this could create some unique problems. Like, what if the main character in the film hooks up with, say, one person, and then in the anime hooks up with a different person, and then due to the odds, both of them become plot points in the final canon result?
What about it? Why can't they sleep with two people, huh?
Why not? Why not? Sure. Yeah. What if on one side, though, they become evil, and then on the other, they become good?
Well,
what happens
if
then?
They become neutral?
Neutral. Wow. Perfect.
Chaotic.
It's, on one side they join Sauron at the end of Lord of the Rings, on the other side they defeat them. But in this side, they just say, you know what? I've had enough of all of this negativity and conflict. I'm going to go back to the Shire and just have a grand old time sitting around.
Worshipping Sauron. Yep, that's it. That's
it.
That's canon now. Okay?
That's neutral.
It's neutral.
Take that, Tolkien estate.
Look, I think that's a really fun way to resolve any of these problems.
I agree. I think we've both got some pretty good solutions here. I'm very happy with our solutions. These are good.
Very nice. So, speaking of stories and films, I am currently writing a feature film.
Wait, sorry, hang on a second. I can hear something. Yep, sounds like a segue to me.
Wait. No, it's a brag. You've got it wrong.
No,
it is a segue. It is a segue. It's not a brag. I'm not. So I was having a breakdown over my script over the weekend, and we thought, you know what? Why don't we just not record the podcast? Because you're having a breakdown over the script. FYI, it's my fault. It's late this time.
No, it's okay. It's okay. It's difficult to record podcasts when you're having a nightmare about your own script. It's okay.
We thought, maybe what would help me is writing creatively and doing something that I love, which is free writing. For those who don't know, free writing is when you get a prompt, and what you do is you spend 10 minutes, put on some music with an instrumental only. Your choice. I mean, that's
turtle noises. It has to be turtle noises.
I listen to turtle noises.
I also listened to turtle noises for this exercise. It was odd.
It was great. What are you on about?
They kept going,
No, they didn't, you liar. We just listened to that Under the Sea nice version.
Was I listening to the wrong Turtle Noises
you
playlist?
You were listening to the Turtle Sex playlist.
Damn it. That's the wrong one.
Anyway, it may have molded what you've come out with, and we can review that later, and we can debunk all your problems, and we can pretend like it's therapy. It's fine. So, free writing is when you put that music on, and you take that prompt, and you just write. You're not allowed to stop moving the pen. You're not allowed to take the pen off the page. Well, you are for, changing words, but...
my hand hurts,
No, you're not allowed to stop when your hand hurts. I have to go through that every time. And you write for 10 minutes consecutively. And you just write what your brain comes out with. So I did it to try and clear myself. And also, Tom, you did it.
I did do it. I had fun. I had a lot of fun. It's a very simple, short exercise. And you know what? Actually, if you're doing this, if you're actually listening to the podcast, you can actually do this. I'd be entertained to see if people use the same prompt as us and for 10 minutes wrote their own stories in the comment section. That'd be great.
Okay, so
because this one's fun.
We will give you the prompt if you wish. This is an interactive podcast. Pause the podcast.
It's an interactive episode. It's like, pause the podcast, load up the turtle noises, whack into the comment section, and get writing.
Yes, go for it. I mean, maybe you won't have to do 10 minutes. Maybe let's make it 5 or something.
Yeah,
Up to
it
you.
should be good with
How
5.
long you feel, okay? But don't go over 10 minutes.
I
ridiculous.
spent 7 minutes on mine,
Okay.
and I felt like I'd reached a natural conclusion, so I was happy.
I spent 10 and I only just finished mine, but that's because I've been trained to do this every single day, so it's kind of different.
So, do you want to go over the prompt?
The prompt is the acronym GOAT. G.O.A.T. Meaning,
Nice.
what does it mean?
Greatest of all time.
Yes.
Or the greatest of all time.
Correct.
Or small, fluffy, bleating monster creature that tries to bite and eat everything and anything.
Okay.
And I'm not talking about Georgie.
That's not what it's about. It is about the greatest of all time. But, I mean, I was thinking about goats as well, so...
I was also thinking about goats. This is the problem.
Well, I later heard a story about a goat, which is really cute. I'll tell you the story after, okay? But first, I want to hear what you felt about it, and then we'll go into reading them.
Okay, what I felt about writing this.
Yeah.
I felt a little bit I felt a bit creative. I felt a little bit like witty and like I felt like I was smiling whilst I was writing most of it, which was happy. So I'd say mentally speaking, this was a positive exercise. I enjoyed it. It doesn't take much, and generally speaking, I felt like after doing it, I felt a little bit more creative in my day, which is nice.
Did you write about yourself, or do you want to wait and see?
I think it would be fun if it's a surprise what I wrote about. I think it should just be interpreted from scratch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you wish to read?
I'll read mine. So remember, prompt: the greatest of all time.
I'm ready.
You best be. We best have some damn awesome music over this, because this is the greatest of all time.
Yes, read me the greatest of all time. Go ahead, Tom.
To be born the greatest of all time is impossible. It is something that must be earned via actions and consequences. I know that
whoa. Do we have to read it in this voice?
Yes, we have to read it in this voice.
No. Can we read it in a nice voice?
No.
Please.
No.
Fine.
No.
Okay,
Starting again.
Resume. Assume we're all at a candlelit dinner. Tom stood up, about to say, ding, ding, hang on. Ding, ding, ding with my can. Let's go.
That is not a satisfying audio noise. Right. Here we go. The greatest of all time. To be born the greatest of all time is impossible. It is something that must be earned via actions and consequences. I know that I am the greatest of all time. This is evident by all the people who smile as a result of my mere existence. I bring joy to those who hear me, and I bring entertainment to those who need it. I have regality and grandeur to inspire others with. I can make you laugh in seconds and force you to remember me for a lifetime. This is the power of the greatest of all time. I was not born the greatest. I was born weak and deformed, if you can believe it. I have a rare condition that I share with only a few others. Others felt this might slow me down in life and I had to have it fixed. But no, I felt that I had the ability to be the greatest of all time. And my path to that goal was one where I struck true to myself. You all know the greatness and joy I radiate. You all know my face. You all know my attitude and personality. You all know me. I am the greatest of all time. I am a corgi called Georgie.
This is the best. She wasn't born deformed.
She does. She has a little hernia in her belly.
She does.
She does.
Oh, wait.
And then people were like, she should have it removed. And no, she didn't need it removed.
Oh, she is the greatest of all time.
She's the greatest of all time. Because it's true. Like, her little face inspires people. Her little regality and grandeur when she's hopping around makes everyone smile.
I can't believe... I thought you were talking about yourself.
I know. That was my plan, to make you think that I'm talking about myself. Because if those of you... A lot of you won't know, but I have, like, a really bad shoulder that I was born with. A very rare condition. Basically, no one else has it. Just like Georgie, people said... It should get removed. It'll hold you back in life.
It means that your shoulder is dislocated at all times.
Pretty much. It's not nice, but hey, I live with it. And people thought it would hold me back. But no, I like being myself. It's okay. Everything is good. So yeah, how did you like my little subversion?
Oh my God. You just wrote that like in free writing. You just off the cuff started. Yep. So I want to know, did you start with the goal of writing it about Georgie, or did you start with you and then later was like, oh my God, this is Georgie and I need to do things that lead you on?
No, as soon as I'd written the first line, and the first line was more of a generalistic statement because I didn't know if that point it would be first person, like third person. Would I be talking about myself? Would I be talking about other people? Would I be talking about like a historical figure or a fictional figure? I wrote that first line and I was like, Georgie. And so I was like, okay, this has to loop back around to Georgie. And then as soon as I got to the second line, I was like, if I write this about Georgie, it's going to be given away instantly by like the waggle of my tail makes you smile.
Ears, my fluffy
ears, my big woofers. But no, I thought that would give it away too much, and so I deliberately kept it a little bit like it was about me, so that way it would be a fun twist.
This, honestly, that was the best thing ever you could have written about. I am so... like shocked, and I have no words, which is really a lot for me.
That's good. I'm glad you really enjoyed it. I very much enjoyed creative writing. I hope everyone at home enjoyed listening to my creative story about the greatest thing of all time, which is, of course, Georgie, our corgi.
I love her so much. I mean, I didn't even remember she had a hernia because she doesn't care. Like, no. She doesn't care about anything.
Well, she kind of grew out of it as well.
Yeah,
which is quite impressive.
Yeah, she's very good. I love her so much. Oh, this just makes it... It's just adorable. I might cry. That's just so lovely.
Oh.
Your acting and everything. How...
Thank you.
Did you spend long with the prompt beforehand?
Not really. Maybe like 30 seconds. Like I read the prompt and I was like... I want to start with like some kind of witty sounding quote. So like, to be born the greatest of all time is impossible.
That's really interesting, by the way, because it's very similar to my starting line.
Ooh. Ooh.
And so also, I would just like to say, you have been saying, so I've been doing a lot of the free writing stuff. Every time I write a bit of my script, or every time I go to start a day, I free write.
It's a warm-up exercise for you, which is good.
And I love it because it's writing for me. Whereas people, like, when you're writing a book or you're writing a script, it's not always for you. I mean, mine is for me because I'm a bit selfish. But there's parts of it that you do need to change, and you do need to sacrifice things that you love and stuff.
You have to make it. You have to also write conscious of how people are going to interpret it, and also sensitively for people affected by some of the topics you're writing about.
Yeah, of course.
It's difficult. You have to keep it in balance, and then you can do a bit of free writing and just basically write whatever comes to mind instantly.
Yeah, so I was doing these, and that's what brought these on, basically. But you have been saying, every time I've read you these, you've gone, since when were you such a beautiful writer? Well,
your writing is very eloquent and lovely.
Thank you. But may I pose the same question to you, sir?
Oh,
that was a 10 out of 10 Snoop Boops. That was so good.
Oh, thank you.
Right.
Oh, I want to hear yours then. Let's hear yours. How many
Snoop
Snoop Boops is yours getting?
Oh my God, I'm so embarrassed. Mine is about me. Because I'm a selfish little bitch.
That's okay.
Right, okay. So, the acronym G.O.A.T. Okay, ready? Or the greatest of all time. Greatest of all time is hard to be. I long to be a greatest of all time of something. My competitive energy bubbles out of the little pot that is me. I'd love to be the greatest, but there are downfalls too. It's a long road of trying, failing, and starting again. I thought for a long time failing was bad, and let's be real, everyone somewhere within them is a sore loser. But I find that most battles or stories have the biggest low before a denouement. So a denouement, sorry. I interrupt my own story because I've been a bit of a
If you're a peasant out there,
no, okay.
Denouement is.
Do you know what a denouement is? Hey, stop searching on the internet. Stop it.
Denouement. Of course I do, of course.
A denouement is a resolution.
The final part of a film or narrative in which strands of the plot are drawn together and matters are explained or resolved.
Okay, anyway, it's just a fancy word for revolution. Resolution. Resolution. Finale. Anyway, so back to our world. So I'll just read that last bit again. But I find that most battles or stories have the biggest low before a denouement. Yes, that is a big new word I learnt recently, and yes, I'm proud I used it in a sentence. In reflection of my time trying to be the greatest, I realise only others can think of you as GOAT, without you being a stuck-up prick. Because to call yourself greatest means to believe everyone around you agrees. The other thing is, to be the greatest comes the worst part, comparison. In the Olympics, you can know you're categorically the best if you smash a record. It seems that that's the only field in which you can truly be the best. You can truly be a GOAT. As a creative, I can now say I don't want to be the best anymore, or the greatest. I just want to be me. Am I certain that me will be successful or impactful? No. I think that that's the beauty of individuality. No one truly will ever know what it's like to be the greatest, because I think everyone has an inspiration or a role model, so that way no one can ever be their real GOAT of any single thing. I think that it's human and it's beautiful. The coarse-haired and horned bleaters can stay in their farmhouse, on a mountain, or wherever they are, because we are imperfect and we aren't goats.
Oh, I like that. I like that. Yours was really introspective. Yours was great.
What do you mean introspective? Mine is like
no one's a goat. I've looked in on the inside and no one is a goat because we all have role models that we looked up to. Well, I propose a problem with your philosophy.
Excuse me. I didn't pick your writing apart.
As someone who met my role models and then overtook all of them, how do I feel about being a goat?
You're not a goat.
Exactly. Oh.
What do you mean?
God, you're right.
What do you mean?
Oh, God, you're right. Yeah, I don't feel like a goat. Yeah.
Even though people might think you are a goat. This is what I mean.
Meh.
Very good.
Thank you. We can't let them know that I'm actually a goat wearing human skin.
Have you got any serious thing to say about mine?
I think...
Or non-serious, I don't care.
I think you're correct that we shouldn't try and compare ourselves continuously, and equally we shouldn't try and aim to be the greatest. I think in order to achieve true greatness, eudaimonia, the perfect balance, should be achieved instead.
Oh,
and
stop.
This
is philosophy terms and I don't know what it means.
Spiritually goated, and in your denouement act, you will be truly happy. Yes.
What does that even mean?
Just, be good but not too good. Be happy but not too happy.
Okay, we're not promoting philosophy here, okay?
It's just about
Einstein.
the balance of the spiritualist.
That was a joke. Did you get it?
I like that. Yeah, I know. That is a good joke.
Thank you. Thank you. I take a bow. I am a goat.
Oh, that's fun. You said you had a goat story as well. What's your goat story?
I do have a goat story. So, for those of you who listened thus far, a friend of mine works at... By the way, we've been invited to go to an animal sanctuary. Okay?
Whoa!
Where they've got lots of things and animals they have saved, including cows, ducks, goats, horses, donkeys. They're brilliant. Anyway, the goat. So, recently, in the last few weeks, the goat was found running down a motorway.
As they do.
And rescued and taken to the place that we've been invited to that I don't know the name of.
The sanctuary.
The sanctuary. The animal sanctuary. And he's really, really scared of people. So apparently he will come and take a handful of food out of your hand and then he will run away. He will not allow...
He's like you.
Yes, he's just like me, a gremlin at heart. But it's really sad because they don't know what happened to him. They don't know why he was running, and he's beautiful. He's got the biggest horns. He is so pretty. And he's like that with the other animals too. He stays apart from the other animals. Until... So, there is a cow that they saved called Precious. And the cow is...
Precious the cow.
is like a mothering figure in the farm, apparently. So, Precious, unfortunately, has developed like a bit of a skin problem or whatever that she can't itch and obviously is getting treated for it. But the first sign that this goat was starting to like people is they came upon the field one day and the goat was helping the cow itch with its horns.
Oh, that's so cute.
And now they travel around together like best buds.
Oh, that's really nice.
So the goat found a friend in Precious.
Oh, I think we could all find a friend in Precious.
My preciouses.
My precious. Scratch my bottom, my precious.
What the hell? Why did you have to make it like that?
But that's usually where cows want to be scratched. It's like their back and their butts.
No, it wasn't their butt. It was on their shoulders.
Okay, shoulders, fine.
Head,
okay, each to their
shoulders,
knees and toes, knees and toes. We've been so conditioned by that song. Like, primary schools have conditioned so many weird stuff in us. Like,
what are you on about? The head, shoulders, knees and toes is in the charts at the moment.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Maybe humanity is saved. This is good. This is good. Okay, I've got the final relationship problem, and this one is very, very close to me personally, because of course, you know, we live a perfect relationship, so we don't have any relationship problems.
No.
But I have heard about this relationship problem. Okay, you ready for this? So this was sent in anonymously.
Interesting.
So, my girlfriend keeps complaining that I don't have enough pictures of her, and yet every time I take a picture of her, she tells me she looks ugly in it, I take terrible pictures, and it has to be deleted. What can I do?
Get good. Scrub. Like,
no, that's not fair.
Understand how people want their pictures taken and that they don't want it from the lowest angle where you see their double chin and you make them look worst in the worst light. What?
Okay. Well, I feel like I'm sensing more personal and targeted response from this one.
No.
I
know. How about you take a photography course and come back to me when you know how to take pictures? Is
this something you're sending to them? you're telling to them, or is this something you're telling to me?
You.
Oh, I'm not that bad. I'm okay with taking pictures.
You're really not. You're really not. You can't take us. Every time I've asked for you to take a photo.
A poto.
Of me.
Where's my potato of me?
You don't carve the potato quick enough. It's
I
always
don't.
rubbish. You don't give any instruction as to what it's looking like, or whether I should move, or whether I should smile, or whether my eyes were closed, or anything. You just take 5, and they're all ugly.
Okay, I have the solution, right?
Oh, do you?
And this is something that I have personally learnt, and it is an art that I practice to this day, and it works. Okay. When your partner would like a picture taken of them, you take multiple pictures of them, and then you just don't show them to them. And this is good because it means you have lots of lovely pictures that you probably enjoy of your beautiful and absolutely amazing partner, and they also can't delete them. Secondly, you can then show them these pictures at a later date. And there's this interesting psychological phenomenon I've discovered whereby if the picture is shown moments after it's taken, the picture is suddenly a lot worse than if it is shown 4 months later.
No, it's
4 months
not.
later, it becomes sentimental. 1 minute later, ugly. I hate it. Delete. But if you wait enough time and marinate it like a fine wine, the image becomes sentimentally precious.
Tom.
And consequently, it is beautiful.
You haven't been doing this to me, have you?
I have so many pictures.
No, but have you shown me any of those awful pictures you took 4 months ago?
Well, the issue is, quite often I show you a picture, and I've got to be honest, like, a decent amount of the pictures are usually you very grumpily, like, woken up, and Georgie's laying on top of you looking cute, and you kind of look cute in that I've just woken up, but I'm grumpy kind of way. And I love those pictures. They're amazing. I can't show them to you, else you delete them, because you're like, I look like I'm tired, and I look like I'm pulling a grumpy face. And yes, you are, and that's mostly because you haven't got your glasses on, so you can't even see normally. So you're just, like, continuously angry.
I'm also grumpy because where's my cup of tea? No, I'm
That's
joking.
true.
But
That's true. You've got to have your morning cup of tea before you can function.
It's true. And I don't
You
wanna be
literally told me this
bombarded.
morning when I woke you up with Georgie. You were like, what time is it? And I was like, oh, it's this time. You're like, you're not going to be able to wake me up unless you come back with a cup of tea. Like, you looked over at me and you're like, he hasn't got a cup of tea on him, so I'm not getting out of bed yet. Like, this isn't worth my time to actually wake up. Come back when it's worth my time to get out of bed.
This is something that you have instilled within me. I never used to do this. As a child, I used to get up at 5 or 6 a.m. to go to school, let alone on a Sunday or Saturday to do a car boot. Now, and I was lucky if I got a piece of toast, in the car. Whereas now...
You get breakfast in bed every single day, pretty much.
I do. I am so spoiled.
What did you have for breakfast this morning? I think it was Shreddies, right?
I didn't.
What did you
didn't
have?
have breakfast today.
No.
It's true.
No. Naughty.
Oh, can we talk about that? Can we talk
naughty.
about that?
What, you want to talk about naughty?
Yes, it's one of my new favourite quotes of all time, right? This is an underrated TV series, and this is my recommendation of the week, okay? Mm-hmm. The Dark Crystal. Age of Revolution. Age of Revolution, okay? And I'm not talking about the original film. I'm talking about the series on Netflix, which I'm sad does not have a part 2, and I don't know why. But, well, maybe, I'm not going to full on recommend it. I'm not going to full on recommend it just in case it goes awry. But I'm going to recommend it up to our episode, which is...
I think we finished episode 4 or maybe even 5.
Okay, I mean, it
I
could
think
go
there
off the
are 12
rails.
episodes in total.
It could go off the rails from here, but I'm really hoping not. Because I am loving it. There's some evil Skeksis.
Evil bird monster alien creatures.
Called Skeksis, and they rule the world of all the little elf-like creatures called...
The Greer?
No, that's a specific kind of one of them.
Gelfling.
Gelfling, that's it.
Yeah.
And it's so magical and awesome, but basically, one of the little guys, what are they called again? You just said
Gelfling.
it. One of the Gelfling does something wrong, and then the Sketch goes, "Oh no, naughty, like that." And it is
they
best.
get caught trespassing in a naughty place, and the evil creature is just like naughty. But it had more sentimental value for us because for about 2 weeks before we started watching this, I'd been probably actually since New Year, because I got out of hand doing this at New Year. Just before we set off
at New Year, ever since it's been out of hand. It's never been in hand.
It was actually just before we set off for New Year. I showed you a Scooby-Doo clip.
Oh, it's so good.
A witch and a zombie being caught, and they run along in a forest and find big bags with like dollar signs on them, and the witch just goes, "Money, money!"
money.
I just love that noise. I think it's great. So every time it's relevant in life, whenever anyone says money, I just instinctively want to go, "Money, money, money!" It's fun.
And now I want to go, naughty, naughty.
Naughty, naughty. So
we're just as bad as each other. What I'm recommending isn't that you watch Dark Crystal, although I do, up till the episode we're at, but I recommend you sit down with a friend, an imaginary friend, and you watch a TV series together, and you pick up these stupid little phrases that create fun little in-jokes between you and build your relationship stronger with stupid little phrases. Naughty, naughty.
Ambush your significant other with memes and quotes from very, very silly things that you've watched together.
Yes. Highly recommended. What
very
do you think? What do you recommend for this week?
What? As in like series or things to do for this week?
No, like anything you've enjoyed doing this week.
Oh, I've enjoyed doing a few things this week. I made Lego. Okay?
You made it. You melted the plastic. You put them in Lego molds. You waited hours and hours, and then maybe you built something.
Yeah. I even drilled for my own oil. It was great.
Oh my God.
I made a Lego set. I put it together. It was a set given to us by RT Game at New Year's. I got one and you got one, but you did yours in the car on the way back.
Yep.
In fact, I think we also talked about it.
We did.
And I finally made mine. So I made a lovely pink cherry blossom like bonsai tree. It is wonderful. It is lovely. I got some fun facts about it though. It has the largest quantity of frogs of any Lego build, despite the fact that there aren't technically any frogs on the tree. It's just they're using the tiny little frog pieces to look like cherry blossoms.
It's awesome.
It has like 133 frogs, which is by far the largest amount of frogs in any Lego set.
133 frogs?
Yes, I know.
Really? It doesn't even look like that many. I'm like, there should be more frogs.
There's a lot of frogs. It's a really good set, though. I strongly recommend it. I enjoyed it. I want to build more Lego.
It's the bonsai tree. So what we've done is I built the green version and you did the pink one, and now they sit together on the side, and it's so cute.
They do. They make me calm. I don't know why looking at a plastic Lego tree makes me feel calm and happy.
I don't know,
it does.
because we don't look after any of the real trees in our house. Like, literally, they've all died, including our love cactus.
Oh my God, the love cactus. The love cactus, which has a split going down the middle of it. Like,
yeah,
geez.
I mean, no, It has a split, but it healed, okay? It healed.
It did heal the split. I'm impressed.
And I was scared for a long time. I was like, does this imply anything about our relationship? And I was like, it's a fucking plant. Stop it. Stop.
It's a plant.
It's in the shape of a heart, sure. But, oh my God.
It's like rolling crystals across the floor and then making judgment bases off the way they land.
Exactly.
Like, come on, we've moved on from the Norse rune sayers of our time, okay? We don't need more crazy symbolism.
Oh, we do. We always do. So, yeah, no. So, I'm sorry to Tom's mother-in-law, who may be listening to this podcast now.
My mother-in-law? What? My mother-in-law would be your mum.
Mother-in-law.
You said Tom's mother-in-law.
Oh.
Which would technically be your mum, but also not your mum because we're not married.
Okay.
Yet.
My future mother-in-law. I apologize formally for not properly looking after the love plant you gave us that time.
Whoa, come on. This is my family we're talking about. We're talking about the goated, regal Spiff family. You can't just apologize via podcast. You have to, of course, go through the ceremony. You have to write on the parchment in the specific Spiff script that has been passed down for generations, and then you must wave smoke signals as well to show your immense regret at your own actions, and then the customary offerings of tea and biscuits are necessary.
Look, I'm a newcomer to this, and I'm not doing any of it, okay? I'm making new rules.
No,
I say
not
sorry
the new rules.
via podcast now.
No, oh my goodness, that's literally the most modern way of apologizing. Oh my God.
Yeah, well, let's see. You know, she's a real fan. I'm sure she will hear my apology.
Yeah, why are all of the mums fans? Like, it's impressive.
How many mums we
podcasts.
got?
Hello. How many mums out there listening?
Tell us.
I imagine not many, because the gender demographics are usually quite male-sided, I think.
Anyway, what was I going to say? I dyed my hair again. So
you did.
I re-dyed my hair, and it looks way better. Now I've got bright blue, and underneath I've got pink.
And on top and on the outside, you've also still got blue because your ears are now stained blue.
Look,
after getting hair dye all over them.
It's a look, okay? It's fashion.
Yeah, I'm now engaged.
F-A-S-H-U-N. Fashion.
Fashion. I'm engaged to a Smurf. Okay, this is my problem now.
Well,
you're blue. You're blue and pink.
Dabba-dee-dabba-die. Nice. Of course I am. Now listen up. Here's a story.
Did you ever see the music video?
Are you joking? Did I see the music video?
I love the
brilliant music. Why would you ask? Of course I've seen it.
Like, I saw the music video, and to me, the music video was like, oh my God, this is a really cool bit of science fiction. And now looking back at it, it's like, this is so bad. But at the time, I was like, wow, this is quite cool. Like, a music video with, like, it's got CG, it's got aliens, it's got fighting, it's got combat. It's like, whoa, most music videos haven't got, like, fighting and martial arts and guns. This is so cool.
I know every single word from that.
I'm not at all surprised. You could have literally said that about almost any song and I would have believed you.
Do you know... Oh, I keep doing this to you as well. Yeah. I've done this to you all week. Do you know the Muffin Man? And then
Muffin Man.
Yeah, the Muffin Man. So, do you know the first song that you ever knew the lyrics to? Like, learnt the lyrics to, or remember knowing the lyrics to?
The Thomas the Tank Engine theme?
Dun, 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 dun.
I don't even know if it has lyrics.
It doesn't. It literally doesn't. Okay, let's try again. Okay, lyrics. Spoken word.
The Ewok party celebration song at the end of the third Star Wars original film.
What is that?
It's like yup dup doopity do it. And it's fun. It's a good bop.
You definitely still remember. Oh my god.
I watched the Star Wars films so many times. I probably watched the original trilogy. Each film I've probably seen it maybe about 40 times.
You know what's sad?
I loved it.
Is I don't remember mine. I used to be able to know it. Because I'm getting brain fog because I believe it is Bad Day. You had a bad day. But it's not. It's not that song. It is one like it where it says the cups are half full or something. Let me search it.
Yeah, quick Google. Song where the cups are half full or something like that.
You'll come up.
This is the problem. It probably will. Like, the amount of times I don't know the name of a song, I just randomly go like, it's that song with, like, the flying bird over, like, Carlisle. And it's like, oh, yeah, I know exactly the song. Oh, Google, you're terrifying sometimes. Have you found it?
No.
Have you found the song where the cups are half full?
No, I haven't. I did just type song where the cups are half full. And it comes up with the cup song, and it also comes with some other song, which I have never seen before, called Half Full Dixie Cup. We do know
I don't think you're going to
find
it.
The song.
No, I don't know about the song where the cups are half full. No, I don't.
Yes, you do. It's on like...
No, I don't.
Yes, you do. Just listen. The cups are half full. People are crying. I've got it!
What is it?
Oh my god, I got it!
What is it?
Search it. All around me are familiar,
faces, worn out places, worn out faces, rising early for their daily races, going nowhere.
Are you ready?
Nowhere.
This is it. And the tears are filling up their glasses. Got it.
No expression.
Okay, we're not doing a full rendition. We're not.
It's the musical episode.
It's literally not. We'll do the musical episode some other time, okay, where they can listen and judge us later, okay? I can't believe I got that from the song where the glasses are half full.
That's the song which you remember the lyrics to first.
Yeah.
Like, my two ones were Thomas the Tank Engine theme, which is fun, and then the Ewok celebration theme at the end of Star Wars, and then yours is, Sound of Silence.
That's not the Sound of Silence.
Oh, no, wait.
That is not the Sound of Silence. That's Hello Darkness, my old friend.
My old friend.
No.
What are tears are filling up their glasses?
All around me.
All around me, familiar faces.
Mad World.
Mad World, that's it. Oh, Mad World.
Yeah, mine was Mad World. Do you want to know what I was doing? See, the reason I remember is because this was the first time I tried to remember lyrics, which then became a huge thing in my life. I know most lyrics to most songs that were in the pop charts since the 80s.
Wow.
I do, you know it, right? And the weird other thing that I found out is I don't remember songs by their name or their artist. I remember them by their album cover art.
Yeah, you're quite a visual person.
I can weirdly describe to you very many different album cover arts for different songs. But that time, I was with my mom, and she was like, do you want to come into Tesco? You're old enough, you can stay in the car now. I was like, no, I'm going to stay in the car, and I'm going to listen to this song until I remember the words. And what I did was, I literally did this. So, I pressed on whatever CD was on, and it started, and it was All Around Me with Familiar Faces. And I was like, sure, I'll learn this. So I was like, all around me are familiar faces. Start again. All around me are familiar faces.
Oh my God.
And then I was like, what's the next bit? And then I started again. And I did it over and over and over until I got the entire song. By the time my mum came back, she was entirely shocked I'd learned the entirety of Mad World
while
she went in for 15 minutes.
That is insane.
I know.
What? Sorry, you were sat in a car listening to Mad World on a perpetual loop for 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I learned it. And, my stepmom also has a hilarious thing of me singing Elton John. It's a little bit funny. I did the same thing. All the way through Scotland.
Oh, my God.
Asking her if I was any better each time.
So, I have a distinct memory of listening to cassettes of...
Cassettes?
Yes. I remember annoying my dad by repeatedly winding back cassettes for really... I don't know what it must have been, but because the issue is when you're young, right? When something is good, it's objectively good over and over and over and over again. It doesn't lose its value over time. It's why you can watch, say,
the same thing.
Yeah, they watch the same film, or they'll watch the same show over and over again, or they'll watch the same weird YouTube video 100 times.
I watched Grease every day for a year.
Doesn't surprise me. I was literally the same with Star Wars.
When I was 11.
And I stopped definitely before then. But it's kind of like, I remember, I have a memory of, I think, going through France, repeatedly going back on the same song over and over again. In fact, I think I know what the song is.
Okay, do a quick search. You keep smiling and then frowning,
my God, I found
and
it,
then smiling.
So I just opened up YouTube to find the song. It's Layla by Eric Clapton.
Oh, Layla, you got me on my knees.
No.
Layla,
begging Layla.
I didn't find that song until I was like, you must have had some kind of crazy flashback when we were dating. Because I used to love that song when I was like 19... in the car. But I used to play that with you. You never told me this.
I have a memory of when I was 6 and my sister was 7 and we had a rocking horse. Jamming that out on a cassette player as loud as possible, trying to get the rocking horse to go even faster. And kid you not, I'm pretty sure also soon after this was the instant where the rocking horse fell over forwards because my sister was going far too fast. And it was probably listening to the song Layla, let's be honest. That genuinely, considering it wasn't I know you had a rocking horse. Your rocking horse was tiny and made of plywood and looked like it could have been bought for £15 from IKEA.
Whoa. Stop. That's not even funny.
Have you seen my rocking horse?
No. Excuse me. My rocking horse was hundreds of pounds.
But did you see our rocking horse?
Doesn't look like anything from IKEA, thank you. You just said my rocking horse looked like shit.
Your rocking horse looks like IKEA
my
wood.
My mum is gonna have your ass and
serve
it.
My mum got that kick-ass German rocking horse that weighs 500 tons and is definitely not safe for children. Because if that thing fell on you, okay, let's say you somehow managed to fall over forwards on the rocking horse and your rocking horse landed on you, you'd be fine. Maybe bruised.
No, I wouldn't be fine.
If our rocking horse landed on top of us, we would have been crushed to death. The thing weighed a ton. It was insane. It's made of timber.
I'm really offended
huge bits of timber.
Called my rocking horse IKEA.
I'm so sorry.
It's literally, I think it's from an equivalent of Harrods at the time. Not even a joke. So the fact that you just called that IKEA, that was the only thing that brought me happiness. No,
your cheap-ass rocking horse.
I literally still have that rocking horse. I can't believe you. Where's your rocking horse? It doesn't exist anymore, so who's lasted longer? It was mine.
Ours is definitely still out there. My mum definitely still has that. You know what she's like.
I've never seen it.
She so will.
No.
It'll be in the front room, surrounded by all of our old exam books or something, next to the piano. Come on, you know what it's like. Surrounded by gardening magazines, as is tradition.
My horse was better than your horse. Anyway,
wow.
That is the end. I can't believe we've ended on an argument, but clearly we need to do a music-related one soon. I think we need to collate our favourite memories to music, and we should talk about that next week.
What if we built a list of songs that you want other people to listen to?
Let's do 4 songs that were memorable to us each.
Okay, I like it.
We'll tell our musical thoughts, and then we'll talk about our week in general. So I guess, spoilers, it's Music Week next week in the baking tent.
We got like 4 song recommendations each that are going to rock your world more than my rocking horse, because your rocking horse don't even rock no more.
It literally does. It still holds my weight. Anyway, goodbye, everybody. Have a great week. I hope you are rocking around on your rocking horse and you have a rock and roll time.
And you see lots of goats and you feel creative and a corgi makes you smile.
Love you, Dom Fam. See you another time.
Goodbye,
Bye.
Dom Fam.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Oh, God, I said Dom Fam. Ah.